Shalom. Let me get straight into this lesson. I didn't want to really make this too long, but just going into this whole Easter idolatry, because that's exactly what it is idolatry. And you got people in this world that have been captivated by Christianity. Christianity has its tentacles in every nation, all the ethnicities mind. Christianity control the people, right? So, you got this folly with the so-called Easter basket, embracing that Ishtar, that idol. A lot of these people are in complete ignorance, they don't even know what it is. I've been seeing Jake today. Jake had an Easter basket, Jake is just totally in ignorance. And it's sad to see. It's sad to see. Let's go here. But I'm going to show you some of this folly right here. Right here, Jerusalem. And you had the Roman Catholic Church that was doing a thing as well. That's the mother of modern day Christianity. And you go inside of Roman Catholic Church. Let me show you something real quick. Let me show you. 1 second. And you see right here, let me go to this one. So this is an idol that you're seeing right here. And I think this is the Pope Francis praying to this idol. And this is the construct of your modern day Christianity. That's why all of them pushing this image right here. And I wanted to go into a more thorough lesson going into the 3 days and 3 nights folly, because you people math don't add up. According to you Christians, he got crucified, and they talking about this guy. They not talking about the true Messiah. They talking about this idol. This is what they worship. All you so-called white people, and you Jakes, and you other nations that call yourself Christians, and you wear objects of idolatry around your neck. You wear a cross around your neck and in your ear as earrings, and in your car, straight up idolatry. Let's go back here. So the people have been dumbed down. They're in a strong delusion. And the Most High sent this strong delusion on the people because he don't want them to get the truth. Yahweh is elusive. But you go here, and a lot of you stupid Christians, you'll see this activity right here, and you just won't get it because you got a strong demon on you. You got a strong demon and demons. Let me say it like that, plural. So you see this devil right here bow down to this statue, and you won't see nothing wrong with this. If you go to Exodus chapter 20, that was the first commandment that he gave to the Israelites, not to bow yourself before any idols. What is an idol? For people that's on the slow bus, that's an object, that's a statue, that's anything that you're praying to in reverence on this earth. That's an idol. And you see what he's doing. And all you Catholics and you Christians, you do this unknowingly. Look at this. Let's go back. And this is the mother of the modern day Christianity that you have today, whether it's Lutheran, Baptist, Presbyterian, Seventh-day Adventists, Latter-day Saints, Mormons, Baptists, take your pick. It's all the same shit. They're all pushing so-called white Jesus. Look. And we're not making none of this up. I'm not making none of this up. I'm showing you this the way it is. Just what it is. Praying to statues. And this is the idolatry that's done in Easter as well, because they worship the god, so-called goddess Ishtar, right? Ishtar. And this what all the people represent, and they worship, whether they know or they don't know. They in a strong delusion. The religions of the world. And you see it for yourself. You got the I think this Brazil, the so-called Brazilians praying to this Pope. They're completely stricken with madness and illness in the mind. They're spiritually demented. You people are fucked up. Let's go here. But Easter is just another crafty idolatry that's disguised under something good. And the so-called white man has spread his tentacles. Edom has spread his tentacles of idolatry throughout the four corners of the earth. That's what the people represent and worship, so-called white Jesus. So-called. You see it. Making nothing up. So let's go here. Let's go here. In this 2 Thessalonians 2 and 11, it says, God, Yahweh, the name ain't God. That's another thing you got to really understand. Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushua, that's the son name, Yahushua, will send them a strong delusion. I'm going to slow that down. Strong delusion. What is a strong delusion? So the one you think is all love and he love everybody, that's what you've been taught, sent this strong delusion on the people. It says, a strong delusion refers to a state of being deeply misled and deceived, particularly in religious matters. That's heavy. It says it is often associated with the idea that Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushua, will, check this out right here, you need to listen up, will allow individuals who have rejected the truth and embrace falsehood to be further entrenched in their beliefs, ultimately leading to their condemnation. You hear this? So Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushua, put these strong demonic spirits on the people's minds, right? To keep them in ignorance and stupidity. Let's go back. Let's go back here. Yahweh don't play, and his son don't play either. 2 Thessalonians 2 and 11. It says in the King James Version, this passage describes, I'm just going to read it as is, God's response to those who reject the truth and embrace falsehood, leading them to believe in a lie. A strong delusion is a powerful influence that leads them to believe something untrue, ultimately resulting in their condemnation. Finish. Through. And you see all these people that are enchanted. You know, it says the multitude of thine enchantments, Jake. Isaiah 47 and 12. What's an enchantment? Let's get that real quick. 1 second. All right, let's get it. So enchantment. So going back into Isaiah 47 and 12. Look it up, Jake. It says the multitude of Babylon enchantments, right? What is an enchantment? It says a feeling of great pleasure, delight. It says a feeling of great pleasure, delight. It says magic, witchcraft, right? Witchcraft. And let me say this too, because a lot of you jakes don't really understand. Witchcraft is not what you was shown in the Walt Disney movies. Witchcraft is done in the mind, but is used in a force that's done through the religious systems, political systems, entertainment channels, you know, all these different means to communicate into your mind an idea. That's an enchantment. Like Easter, this has been force fed in your mind, and a lot of people just do it because that's all they know. Ever since they've been doing this, ever since they was a child, a lot of people are boxed in by their family to do this, right? It says number 2, the state of being under a spell, magic. So when you're under a spell, you can be hypnotized in a trance, but we're talking about in a physical state, right? And not know it. You could be under a spell and not know it. Again, under this delusion. And you got all these millions and millions of people that celebrated this, right? Not knowing that Yahweh, as they said they supposed to be worshiping, send them this strong delusion, right? That's why the elect of the nation Israel very, very special, because we see right through the bullshit. All right. Excuse my harshness. It says right here, enchantment. It says a feeling of great pleasure and attraction. You hear this? So these enchantments, these holidays are attractive to our people because it brings that festivity, that family vibe to it, that traps Jake inside of his idolatry, right? And they don't stand for nothing because they're destroyed for lack of knowledge. You know, let's go back here. And really on the resurrection, it wasn't even undone like this. This is what you need to see in your mind. But the Passover really is supposed to be the Passover, right? And this will be a more accurate depiction of the Messiah. And it just didn't happen on this particular day. This is all pagan calendar that you're on. We went off the new moon. And from the new moon, Passover. You ask these Christians, what is Passover? They're going to look at you like you got 8 heads on your body because they don't fucking know. They don't know shit. So really supposed to celebrate the Passover. And that custom comes from only applied to the Israelites when we was delivered from Egypt. Right? This is not a heathen custom. The heathen do what you see today. They worship their gods. They do their idolatry. All these millions of people are through. The Lord chose you, this small congregation, to understand the truth. And a lot of you people, I'm going to say it like this. You want to be a part of the world, so go back into the world. You're too weak. You can't handle this. Right? Because a lot of you just want to fit in. You want to fit in. And it's not about fitting, it's about resisting. It's about having a backbone. Right? And me and my brother was chopping it up today, my blood brother, and we were just, chopping it up, whatever it is we normally do. But it's madness. You know what I'm saying? It's madness. But a lot of you people, and you used to be the same people that try to think they teaching us. You don't know shit. I'm just saying the people outside of the truth because you still see this guy in your mind, right? This is your idol. This is what you represent. And then the Most High Yahweh has been cussing you people out because of your rebellion. Israel, you Israelites are rebellious, right? You'll know the truth and you still do the idolatry. That's why he's going to destroy you, man. I was watching this ninja, Little Boosie. Little Boosie mocked Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah. He said, F you to the Most High and said he going to eat his pork. Now the ninja is all fucked up right now. All right? You can look it up for yourself and see. But you had that little ninja, the Ephraimite brother posted that the little ninja, that little demon, Lil Nas X got cerebral palsy. Most Highs will not be mocked. Most High, Yahweh, but will not. In fact, let me get that before I close it out. Get this. It's Galatians 6 and 7. It says, do not be deceived. Yahweh is not mocked. And what is mocked? What you people do. You do your idolatry. You talk your shit under your breath. You got a problem with the way the Lord run his business. You got a problem. You think the Lord is too harsh. But you got something for your ass. For whatever a man sows, he shall also reap. That's including women too. This verse emphasizes the principle that actions have consequences and that whatever choices a person makes would ultimately shape their life. Right here, God is not mocked, and I'm going to close it up for the ninjas. It says this emphasizes that Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shah, cannot be fooled or treated with disrespect without consequences. That's heavy. It says the idea is that if people disregard God's or Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah principles, which is his way, his laws, the way he wants you to live your life, they will experience a natural consequences of their actions, which can be seen as God's way of responding. You don't know this so-called God. All right. Hopefully this lesson has been edifying. Call Halal Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shah, Bahashem Rachat Kodash. Shalom.